Hey guys, just wanted to share some top 5 interesting facts with XRP that you may or may not know. I think it's important to kind of have a little basic understanding. So here's the main important one. XRP is the most scalable digital asset. It can handle 1,500 transactions per second, 24/7, and can scale to handle the same throughput as Visa. For number two, I feel like this is the most important and the number one reason why I'm personally so invested with XRP. It can enable faster, cheaper, and more reliable cross border payments with an average settle time of 4 seconds at a fraction of the cost, as opposed to the current financial system where usually it'll take 3 to 5 days. That shit comes with a lot of high fees, payments not going through, or delayed, completely kind of causing more stress, congested system. Alternatively, XRP is solving this current issue in the real world. My third choice here, I'm going to go with XRP scales faster than Bitcoin, something that you always want to kind of understand with crypto projects. What does the tech do? What's really going on? Is there a utility? And with XRP, you can kind of compare and contrast and see, okay, well, here we have XRP can scale faster than Bitcoin. What is that kind of entailing? Bitcoin can process up to 7 transactions per second, any of which can take more than 2 hours to clear. Compare that with traditional payment services like Visa that averages 2,000 transactions per second, and you can see that Bitcoin does not have the scalability to meet typical customer demands. And that's where XRP can essentially fill that gap because they can handle that kind of load as opposed to Bitcoin, where it's just, I don't think it's the same. Moving on to number four, I feel like a really huge key component that kind of ties this all in is it acts as a bridge between fiat currencies. With Bitcoin, its current goal is aiming to replace existing government backed currencies, whereas in XRP is trying to work with those currencies. They're trying to make it go faster, more efficient, just all around smoother. So, as far as looking at it from a perspective of what would be more of a threat towards the financial system, you could actually say it's Bitcoin as opposed to XRP, which would most likely improve the current system, creating that bridge. For example, and I'm just going to use the direct website. You have a Mexican company who wants to pay a supplier in Korea today, would either need to pre-fund an account in Korea or go through a foreign exchange provider like a bank. Both options are expensive and slow. With XRP, the company's Mexican bank or local payment provider allows the company to make the payment instantly and on demand with no account pre-funding or foreign exchange fees. XRP makes for a faster, cheaper settlement. I think that's a very, very important part of this project. That's something to kind of look at, especially when you're viewing a project, crypto, for example. It's very kind of like you can compare it to the Wild West, essentially, right? We're all taking kind of a risk choosing which one we think will play out better the long term, unless you're doing it day to day and you know that's on you, I guess. um but that's something you really want to evaluate is what's the tech behind it. Is there actual like purpose? Can this change anything for the better? You don't want to invest in some shit coin that's basically just a pump and dump or technically a rug pull. You want to actually know that if you're investing in something, you feel confident in your investment. And that's kind of where I feel like XRP kind of can hold itself to a higher standard, at least from my point of view. I could be wrong. Take what I say with a grain of salt, of course. Moving on to number five for my pick, I'm going to go with the XRP is more sustainable than mined digital assets like Bitcoin. Touching on that, Bitcoin is a mined digital asset, meaning that new coins are constantly created by huge data centers processing complex math problems or proof of work. The inefficient system demands massive amounts of electricity. The cost of producing one coin could power 3.67 US homes for a day and has been called unsustainable. XRP is not a mined digital asset, so every single unit of the currency that exists now has already been created, with most owned by Ripple, 55 billion of which was placed in escrow and the rest held by companies and individuals. Something also to we can highlight here with the 55 billion XRP tokens that are locked up in the escrow. I feel like that alone is proving from the Ripple team that they can show you, hey, we have this that we're going to lock up, and once on the first of every month, we're going to release a billion XRP tokens to show you guys long term that we do believe in this project. We're not going to flood the market all at once and, just completely shit on everybody. And that's not the goal, right? The goal is to try to solve a real world issue, a financial issue at that, create it to be more smoother, possibly even revolutionize this whole industry if possible. I know there's a lot of pushback. We're seeing that with the whole fucking lawsuit from the SEC. Thankfully, coming to find out a couple hours ago, Gary Gensler is stepping down. Really good news, in my opinion. So, maybe this project, I really do believe there's hope. I long term, I'm invested. I'm gonna hold, and we'll see. We'll see.